Right, boys. Top 5 managers of all time. Let's have it as a discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thinking.
Yeah.
Throw a name out there and we'll discuss it.
I think Ancelotti gets a shout.
Yeah. I think I've got my order. Because
Wow.
I've thought about this previous times.
Yeah.
For me, it's Pep. Is
the best.
Yeah.
Better than Sir Alex.
I think you either go Pep or Sir Alex. And my style of football, the way I've watched more of him, and just the way he's changed football, the level he's maintained. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going Pep.
Why are they better than Ancelotti?
Just because of the football that is played under them, and
the football played under Sir Alex is very different to Pep.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying Ancelotti?
I'm saying Pep football, cool.
Yeah. Sir Alex, just because
he wasn't playing the best football in the league at the time.
What, Alex Ferguson?
Not really.
Yeah, no. His is more.
His is obviously the longevity and the
how much he's won, and the respected. I think most players would probably say, not of this generation, maybe like the 2010 generation or like the noughties would say Alex Ferguson's the best ever.
I definitely obviously hear it. I just think every year Ancelotti's almost getting closer to. You have to kind of throw him in the debate. He's got.
Do we have a Premier League bias?
That's what I'm basically trying to say.
Yeah.
He's got in the Premier League.
No, but what Sir Alex has done with that team, United weren't no world beaters when he took them over.
He was there for 25 years. At some point, they were.
The
team that won the 2008 Champions League was a world beating team.
No, that's what I'm saying. But when he arrived at the club, the first day, they weren't world beaters. He brought the class of '92 through the academy and made them win the treble.
Yeah.
And then he maintained that for 15 years.
Yeah.
So that's for me why he's second to Pep. I think I wouldn't argue either way with him, but Pep's just my style of manager.
Yeah, Pep obviously.
I don't think Ancelotti's close to them two.
I think Ancelotti's won stuff everywhere.
5 Champions League winners. That is naughty, by the way.
Yeah, but he said he didn't win at Everton, didn't he?
No, I mean...
he was dead at Everton.
In Italy and Spain, UCLs, leagues.
5 Champions League winners, 1 English champion with Chelsea, 1 German champion with Bayern Munich, 2 Spanish champions with Real Madrid, Italian champion with AC Milan, French champion with PSG.
Did he not win the Champions League with Bayern?
No, didn't win it with Bayern. AC Milan twice.
He done it with Milan and obviously Madrid.
I mean, 2002, 2003.
I didn't realise he'd won that
Champions
many.
League.
Yeah,
that is fair, mental.
But I'm still going them two.
Because I think obviously you have to go.
Who's your top 3 then, or your top?
Them 3.
Them 3. But what order?
I want an order, Ken.
So I'm going Pep, Sir Alex. I'm gonna go. I mean, Ancelotti weren't going to be my third. That might have convinced me.
Were you going to go Jose?
No, I was going to go Arsene.
Okay.
I was going to go Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho.
You're going to get pelted.
I think I'm happy
over Mourinho, by the way.
I'd go those 5, no problem. I agree with those 5.
I want your what order?
Wait, what 5? Who are you taking out? You put Ancelotti in, didn't you?
Wait, what was your 5 going to be? Was Ancelotti not going to be in your 5?
Originally, before you said that,
who was going to be in there?
Wenger and Mourinho.
And who else? Pep and.
Oh no, who did I? Oh yeah, no, maybe Ancelotti will be in.
Yeah,
but he was going to be 5th probably.
Yeah. I'm happy with the 5, but I wouldn't. Ancelotti not 5th. Pep, obviously, he's so rated. He's so good, but I don't know.
Ancelotti is a fantastic shout for 2.
His Bayern spell was very underwhelming.
Pep and Sir Alex are better than Ancelotti. Like this, you can't. I don't think you can argue it.
My problem with Pep is
bro was dead at Everton.
My problem with he kept them in the league. I think if you keep Everton in the league,
Everton can't get relegated. They got like some magnet. They can't, man. I tell you.
No, okay. What you just said about Sir Alex in terms of what he came into wasn't world beaters. He managed to turn that into 25 years of success. That's why I think Sir Alex massive. Pep, there's an argument for he goes into the Barca job with the best player of all time.
Best team of all time.
Best team, but with the best player of all time. Yeah. That team's winning whatever they won without him. He then goes to Bayern.
They were on a bad spell just before him, though.
Of course,
with Xavi,
I know exactly, but they came into it Ronaldo. They came into. He had Messi.
Their style of football changed.
The style changed. This is why I can't disregard
he come in and they changed the style.
I reckon I could have managed Barcelona for a bit.
You can't disregard his style.
You could have come in,
bro. Xavi, Iniesta, prime Lionel Messi, not washed Messi, prime Messi.
Yeah, but he's saying I reckon Pep come in when Barca had Xavi and Iniesta. They had Ronaldinho and Eto'o, but they were playing and Ibrahimovic. They were losing games.
Pep signed Ibra.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then
but they were losing games. Like they weren't doing great.
They
and
still
then
won leagues.
Yeah, but Sir Alex lost leagues.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when Pep took him over, they weren't like
They went to
were
another level.
They were actually in a like the fans were onto him, whereas he took him into another level, and then that's where he built that sort of tiki taka. I don't think tiki taka was before Pep.
You're kind of going at the minute that one club man is more impressive. You're kind of going doing it everywhere.
No,
In the Ancelotti versus Sir Alex debate.
I think all of it comes into. I'm just trying to make an argument for why I feel like Pep is obviously top.
I get the argument.
I feel like that just gets thrown around a lot more than people dissect. Like people don't dissect it enough. If you dissect it, that Barca team, I think Sir Alex does well with it. Ancelotti does well with it. Wenger does well with it. Mourinho does well.
But
with
no
it.
one's made me feel like
I think the current
watching
City
a Pep team.
That I can't argue.
Yeah.
With. But the current City team, with the budget, with the 115 charges, all those managers do well with that team, with that club.
I'm not arguing.
Bayern Munich, he's gone. He's not done great.
Wait, so you're saying Pep might not be first?
No, but
That's the argument. I'm making.
I'm not arguing the like what they've achieved.
In terms of how he
it's
makes
just
you feel,
like
obviously,
the football I've watched has been the best from Pep Guardiola. Like he's played the best football any team's ever played.
That I agree.
Yep.
So and then he's also won ridiculous amounts. So that's why I've done it. Although he did it with loads of money and the best players in the world, and then at Bayern, some say he underachieved. Mm-hmm. But for me, that's just how good he's made a single team play. I think he has to be up there.
And also the fact that he jumped ship from Bayern so quickly.
Yeah,
I like that. That always played on my mind.
Yeah,
like, why couldn't he wait till he done it then at Bayern? Did he realise he hasn't got the funds to?
I think that's
to just grab who he wants.
I think when you're a serial winner like that, you think, right, I'm not going to win it. Bang, I'm gone. I'm not going to win.
Which is
Bayern.
fair.
Yeah.
But then exactly. Then you argue, okay, how good are you?
No, he might not have thought that, but that's.
I reckon he did. Though.
Yeah,
because he left there pretty quickly.
It would have been. I reckon he's thinking, right, this is going to be a long turnaround.
Yes. I've won a few leagues here.
Yeah.
I probably won't win the Champions League unless I really try for like the next 5 years, which I don't want to do. I'm going City.
I think he almost thought he couldn't win the Champions League with Bayern because the league standards aren't up to it. So it's hard to flick on and off between the standards. Mm-hmm. Whether you're in La Liga and Prem, it's easier. I think maybe that was in his thinking.
All of those things were and then that's when I say Ancelotti's impressive because of what he's done.
Who's your five then?
Like same five as you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Mourinho fifth. I'm gonna go Wenger fourth.
I agree, but I cannot tell you the pelters we are going to get for putting. Because it's Arsenal.
Yes.
And Wenger had 6 years at the end, or however long it was, of doing nothing.
He was a pioneer.
But Wenger, exactly.
Yes.
If we're talking about pioneers, he changed English football. So for someone to come unknown and change football.
And there are multiple clubs on
and off the pitch.
And then from the back end, what he done for Arsenal without any money whatsoever, and still managed to keep Arsenal qualifying for the Champions League like it was nothing, with some poor teams at one point.
Yeah. Oh, we had some dead teams like
Mourinho could.
Whoa.
Senderos was dead.
I don't think Mourinho could do that. I think Mourinho is another one similar to Pep, where he's obviously a joke, but if the going got tough, he'd run away. He wouldn't stay like the way Wenger did at Arsenal and say, okay, it's a different era, but we're gonna be competitive still. We might not be able to win anything, but we'll be in and around it.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be able to do it. And his style wasn't.
It's not someone you could.
The ones I enjoyed watching. So that's why I'd put him fifth. Yeah. But I still know he's so good.
He's going to go Ancelotti second.
Or you going and just want to know your list.
I'm going to go Sir Alex third.
Ancelotti second and Pep first.
Don't put it into his head.
Because he's not. I'm trying to get you out of him. Or you going?
I'm going to go Pep second.
Yeah. Okay. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's going to get people talking, but look, I'm not going to follow the crowd and say what everyone else would say. That's my opinion.
What's yours? Arguments. Mine would be before this. Mine would have been Pep, Sir Alex, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Wenger. After this, you've swung me around, boy. Mine's going to be...
So yours is same as mine, but you've put Mourinho ahead of Wenger.
Yeah, mine's now going to be Pep, Ancelotti, Ferguson, Wenger, Mourinho.
So you've moved Wenger.
You just changed your whole list, bro.
Correct.
You moved Wenger and Ancelotti.
Yeah, looking at Ancelotti's list.
Bro, you can't look at that and just say,
I know,
third.
yeah.
Italian, French,
You're
German,
acting like the
Spanish,
people I put
English.
ahead of him haven't won
Yeah,
anything.
no, that's fair.
True.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we've all had the same people, though.
Yeah.
Is there anyone...
Is there anyone that has an honourable mention?
Brendan Rodgers.
That is crazy.
Good shout.
Big Sam.
Big Sam
Give
is
him
not
enough
one,
shout.
actually. I'm changing my list.
Yeah.
We've got to get him
Big
on the
Sam's the
podcast
goat.
at this point. Like, he's been mentioned like 20
His
times.
biggest fan.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Is there anyone we've really left out?
Or let me swing it. Underrated managers. Kind of comes under the same.
Yeah. Underrated.
I'm saying Wenger still.
I think Wenger's underrated, definitely.
Heavily underrated. Probably because of the way it ended.
And the Arsenal
I think,
hatred.
I think if he went
Brendan
at,
Rodgers
like-
is underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say that as a joke.
Yeah, I genuinely think he's underrated. He's
Yeah.
top manager. They're the two that spring
Trying
to
to
mind.
think who's done really well.
Simeone's done good.
Big Sam?
Yeah. Simeone's good.
Yeah, Simeone's
Like,
good.
not my type of football, but still, you can't
respect
argue
it.
what he's doing.
Underrated. Southgate, you could say underrated.
Yeah, what he did, I think criminally underrated.
Yeah, but
don't know,
I don't
bro.
like comparing the
finals.
international managers.
It's obviously completely different, but
Yeah,
he's obviously done very well. But then you can just argue that.
doesn't want anything.
Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, you could argue that with the team he's had and the games they've won under him, he should have won all.
He's
of
done
those
well.
games.
It's all
Has he won a
comparison,
game that
innit?
he shouldn't have won? Has he won a game that?
We're expected to lose.
Yes, and
Germany 2-0 Wembley.
I think.
that's the one.
I don't know if we were I thought it was like that was going to be a tight game, and we turn them over.
But that was a game we like on paper we had a better squad than them at
That's
the time.
what I mean.
Yeah.
But obviously it was Germany, so it was like always going to be okay.
And it's like the penalty.
But I think we've had a lot of
maybe.
games against big name countries, but when you go 11v11, like if you look at them, we have a better team.
Yeah.
But we've lost, and it's like okay, we haven't. So
Maybe Southgate's not in it.
like he was good, he's done
Yeah.
well, but like underrated. I feel like the criticisms deserved to
Yeah.
an extent.
No,
Is Mikel Arteta currently underrated?
by non-Arsenal fans mainly, I think, yeah. But
Yeah.
again, I can understand their point of view because it's so early.
So, but are we just basing? So, the reason I say that is because the whole argument is he's not won anything. But what he has done is taken a whole club that's identity was gone. We were in 8th. I did not watch Arsenal
No,
for probably a year, 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah, I agree.
And then he's brought it back. So when we've spoken about managers being everything.
Yeah,
In that sense, he has brought life back to Arsenal.
He's,
I mean, you can't get a ticket to go and watch the game.
yeah, he's literally he transformed the club from top to bottom, really.
Yeah.
And he's got all the staff, every single player buying into his beliefs, his philosophy, which is like
That's
near
hard
on
to do.
impossible to do.
yeah.
So, and now Arsenal are a serious team, and he's done that in the space of 3 to 4 years.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
I think, obviously, by other fans who are like so biased as well, because there's obviously other fans that can just look at football for what it is and make
Yeah.
like just understand that he's done
They
a
would say
great
he's a
job.
top manager, yeah.
Then there's others that would just literally say no, he's not won anything, so
Yeah.
I'm not giving him any props. But anyone that understands football will see that, like what he's done, it's been massive. And obviously, everyone only remembers winners, so we can't ever compare him to the people we've just spoken about until he starts winning something.
But
like there's still like, it's not like winners and losers. Like you can still, like you just said, Brendan Rodgers, very good manager, didn't win anything. Doesn't mean he's not a good manager.
Yeah,
Like
Arteta's improved something every single year, drastically, I think.
his ability to adapt is what impresses me as well.
Yeah.
Like we don't play the same now that we played in the first season. We nearly won the league.
He's one that has potential to be in the top 10 list, I reckon,
Definitely.
by the end of his career.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Top 10, well, he's got potential to be in top 5. If he,
Yeah,
like,
that's
if he,
just a big ask. It depends.
no, of course.
But he's got potential. Out of
he's
people
got
now,
20
he's got one of the most
20,
potential.
25 years
I think
left
he gets
to
there.
manager. Like, yeah, it's hard. It's impossible to call, isn't it?
It's
But
impossible to call, but if he starts, I think if he wins the
maybe
first
when
one at
Pep
Arsenal,
retires,
if he wins the first at Arsenal, then I
it could just be
reckon
bang,
he can,
bang, bang. Yeah.
Because I also think it's that first the biggest pressure. Once he wins the first, let's say you go 2 years without winning, but
He's a
as long
winner
as
now.
you're still around it, no one's calling for him to go.
Yeah.
But like until he wins that first, like people are always going to have that on
yeah.
him.
That's
So
what it's going to take. Lastly,
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp is hailed as
We
one
didn't even
of
talk about him, actually.
yeah,
That's what I'm about.
I'd say when I was saying honourable mentions, I was trying to think. I mean, he doesn't get in the top 5, but he's an honourable mention.
He'd be honourable mention. Yeah, it's a big.
He'd be in the top 7 probably.
Can I just say, one Premier League?
Yeah, again,
in what, 9 years?
But again,
this is up against City.
Exactly.
Who I've put top of the list because of that.
We're rating Arteta for the same thing Klopp did, but Klopp went one step further.
100%. The reason I'm doing it is because if Arsenal now went 4 years, I know they won a Champions League, right? Fine. If Arsenal now went 4 years, Arteta now went 4 years without winning the league because City, no one would put Arteta in the same bracket as Klopp.
But Klopp got that one.
Sorry, if we got one. Right. If we got one in the next 4 years,
no, they wouldn't.
9 years of one.
But Klopp's also done really well at previous clubs he's done at. Again, I know
he was respected coming into the job.
Yeah.
Arteta's built himself from the ground up.
It was his first club.
Yeah, he won the league with Dortmund, which was just a hard thing to do. So he had that coming into the job. I think if Arteta wins a league and a Champions League, and then just one of each
conversation as Pep because of his longevity, but it's like you're still going to be.
Wait, are you saying Klopp's in the same? No, he'll be in the conversation with Klopp. I reckon if he wins the Prem,
Klopp, the footballing world, he wouldn't.
Do you not think?
Nope.
That would only be because of the Arsenal bias.
Yeah,
and then you can't really. You got to.
I also think
it's drill this into these fuckers that they need.
I also think it's his first club though as well. Like Klopp was like a Dortmund legend as well.
Let's say what's the year 2024? Let's say we go
2030.
To 2030.
2030. And
by 2030, he's won one Premier League, one Champions League.
And the times he's not won it, he's pushed the team.
It would also depend on what's happened though. Like let's say City don't get charged nothing and they just remain this powerhouse, and he's pushed basically a machine, then you'd have to give it to him. But like, let's say City don't keep doing what they've done, and then he's just lost titles where he shouldn't have. Then it's different. Because the biggest thing about Klopp in any other era doesn't win one Premier League.
In any other era,
yeah, he wins.
Any other era, he wins more than.
I'm sorry, I thought you meant less.
Yeah, if you look at,
he wins five or six. I think
over a 5-year period, I think there was 1 point between them,
which is insane.
Which correlates to four Prem's titles in one. But when you put it like that, you can't.
Like we spoke about earlier, the fine
margins.
Fine margins.
That 1 point is the difference between people saying
number one and not even on the list.
Yeah. Exactly.
I miss him.
Switch it around.
I miss him.
I miss Klopp.
No, fuck Klopp, man.
Whoa!
No, I'm joking. Klopp, I love you, man. If you're watching.